You all arrived here from Cislodia, yes? In that case, you should depart via the south gate, rather than the one you arrived through.
After all that, Kisara never came back to see us.
I'm surprised she slipped away without us noticing. Where would she even go? I hope this place survives. You think the Danins and Renins have a chance of getting along? We didn't really do much to change things around here, did we?
This realm had its own walls to overcome. And in the end, it was the people themselves who decided to break them down, without any help from us. I hope they keep going, I really do.
Yeah, well, if you say so, I guess. Huh?
All right. I leave command of the Gold Dust Cats in your hands.
You've got nothing to worry about, Kisara. I'll do your brother proud.
Looks like it's time to go. Take good care of Zare for me. All right, Legil?
You've got it. Stay safe, Kisara.
Did you come to say goodbye?
Actually, I was wondering if you could use another companion.
Huh?
Well, we certainly don't mind you coming along. We just figured you'd stay behind and help rebuild. These people could use you.
I thought much the same thing. However, in the end, something changed my mind. Ever since Miguel died, I've been thinking a lot. About where I went wrong, what I should have done differently. You know, that sort of thing. It's true that our dream of coexistence saved many Danin lives, but we were naive and short-sighted. I was so wrapped up in my idea of how things should be that I didn't see the problems that existed right in front of us. I thought we had been given a utopia. And so I never bothered to look too far past its surface. I chose to be ignorant. And because of that, because of me, my brother...
Miguel's death wasn't your fault, Kisara.
Perhaps you're right. But in the end, it was me he entrusted this dream to. I learned that nothing in this life is free, or gained without sacrifice. Now that I know that, I'll just have to figure out what else I don't know.
So, decided to join us?
I have. And hopefully I can continue to protect Elda Menencia from outside the dream world, for the sake of those still inside.
And here I thought you joined for an opportunity on my life.
In all honesty, I'm grateful to you. I truly am. I don't blame you for what happened.
But I must also leave your service. No longer will I be defined by protecting a Renin lord. From now on, when I fight to protect my dream.
All I ask is that you do your part, that you fight alongside me. Not just for those who used to believe in your dream, but for those that still do. Dohalim.
I understand. I'm no longer a lord anyway.
Well, this crew just gets bigger and bigger. All right, where to, team?
We make for Mahag Sar, the Valley of the Four Winds.
I'm amazed how easily you can move such a giant shield around like it's nothing.
Really? It's not actually as heavy as it looks.
It's really reassuring to have someone like you protecting us, though.
You know, I guess I never realized it before, but looking back, I've always been the sort to put myself in harm's way to protect those around me, even before I joined the Elderman and Sia Guard. So, in a way, using this shield to keep you all safe feels like it's what I was meant to do.
You don't need to worry about protecting me. I don't plan on relying on you.
That's okay. It doesn't matter if you do or not. I don't protect people because they ask me to. I do it because I want to, and because I think it's the right thing to do. That goes for you too, Dohalim.
Me?
Yes. You see, you and I both want the same thing. We have the same goal. That means it's in my best interest to continue to protect and keep you safe as well. Even now.
I'm not sure how much protecting I'll need either, but I appreciate the thought. I'm sure you'll do us proud, Kisara.
Right. You can all count on me.
What was Kelzalik even after in the end?
Isn't it obvious? Clearly he wanted the throne for himself, and was gonna have his goons execute Dohalim to get it.
He had to have known he couldn't hope to defeat a lord. He should have run while he had the chance, instead of holding himself up in the palace.
Maybe he thought he couldn't run? Either way, the outcome's the same.
So he got desperate and decided to go for broke?
One might argue that he was another victim of mine, in a sense.
Huh?
There is no greater calling in life to a Renin than the crown contest, yet I refused to take part. The shock he felt at that must have been truly immense, enough to drive him to revolt, even though doing so meant defying Renin hierarchy.
I know I've said this before, but Danins and Renins wouldn't coexist here if it wasn't for your stance.
But that was no lofty idealism on my part, nor do I feel any pride at what occurred.
Spare us the pity party. You literally just joined us to uphold those ideals.
Shion?
No, she is absolutely correct. I shall speak no more of my misgivings.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Mahag Sar. That makes 4 out of the 5 realms that I've visited now.
I wonder what kind of lord we're gonna find there.
It doesn't matter. If they try to get in our way, we'll take them down and that'll be that.
Coming through!
This one's mine!
Dragon Sword! Where are you going? Pierce through! Rising Wyvern! Crush!
If they rush
Finish
you,
it!
you gotta work! Frozen!
Hammer!
Nicely done!
All thanks to you.
You picked the wrong fight!
This one's mine.
Field!
Anything in armor is all mine! I'll face you!
Lightning
Here I go!
attack!
This one's mine.
Here!
Hurricane
Whoa!
Blow!
Hey! When it
Everybody okay?
We're all right, Alphen. Seriously? Is this a joke?
Raging Cascade! Field! I'll be saving you!
I'll take out the legs with my shield.
Thunder Blade! Too much to handle?
Dragon Form!
This one's mine.
I'll face you!
I'm gone.
That's it!
Dance in the wind!
Save you!
Tiger Blade!
Tornado Drive! Not so fast!
Primed and ready.
Can you take it? It's time!
Not on my watch!
Can't get out of this!
Nothing gets
Can you
by
take it?
me.
Charge
Far
like that
enough.
could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
Begin!
Astral Energy!
Say no more.
Small.
But a victory nonetheless.
We have a long way yet to go.
I'll hold on to that.
Look, Hoodle! One of your buddies!
Gotta break through! Burn!
Thunderfield! Raging Cascade! In here!
Not so fast! Elusive deity! I'll face you!
Now!
Kisara!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Did it!
Yeah! Nice technique!
You dare strike me from behind?
Going in!
Barely a blip on our radar.
There's something in the water. I didn't realize there was a pond here.
Yeah, this is Taka Pond. And it happened to have saved my life once upon a time.
What do you mean?
As a kid, I survived life under the past lords by escaping here when I needed to. It's terrible to swim in, but great for catching a bite for dinner away from Renin eyes.
Bear in mind, our rations back then weren't enough to live off of. You had to take matters into your own hands if you wanted enough food to survive.
But how did you catch them? With your bare hands?
That might take a while. Fish are prone to swim away at the first sign of trouble.
I'd put bait or a lure on a line and use it with a fishing rod.
You must not be familiar with fishing if this sounds new to you. Here, let me show you how it's done. There's a nice breeze here. Everything looks fine with the lure. All right, let's do this. Reel it in. Well, it's not bad, per se.
Nice work!
Yeah! I've got something. Well, that wasn't much of a challenge.
You sure know what you're doing.
And that's all there is to it.
Wow. It seems like you need to have good reflexes to catch anything. I don't know if it's really for me. Kisara? I think I've seen enough.
Oh, sorry. I guess I'm just in my own little world when I go fishing.
Looks like we're going to be here for a while.
That's how fishing goes. You wait for a bite, and then the real battle begins.
Miguel told me that different fish live in different regions, and you have to pick the right rod and lure for what you're hoping to catch.
But that doesn't change the fact it's a giant time sink.
Of course, each fish has its own unique flavor, too. And some of them are supposed to be extremely delicious.
When you put it like that, maybe it's worth me trying my hand at fishing after all.
You're just in it for the food.
I was hoping we'd get to fish during our travels. And it just so happens I made sure to grab my brother's old rod before I left Vicente. So, if you ever feel like fishing when we've got a little downtime, just let me know.
Good to hear. Thanks for showing us.
Okay!
I'm always amazed what healing arts can do.
Just doing my job. No need to thank me.
Hey.
Hmm?
Is it just me, or have those two barely spoken a single word to one another?
I know, right? But after everything that happened with Miguel, is it really any wonder?
Kinda puts a damper on the whole journey though, huh? How long do you think they're gonna keep this up?
If it bothers you that much, why don't you ask them?
Why do I have to ask?
How come you walk together like that?
She really doesn't beat around the bush.
You mean Kisara and myself?
You hadn't noticed? You've been practically joined at the hip ever since we left Vicente.
I guess it's force of habit, most likely. I was always ready to protect him, should the need arise. It sort of came with the job description.
Right. From being in the Elder Menancia Guard. Although, Dohalim's pretty capable of defending himself, isn't he?
Having guards doesn't necessarily mean the one being guarded is weak. No one's perfect all the time.
Even so, it's not like they're entirely wrong, Kisara. You're no longer in my employ, after all.
I don't know. I mean, if it's what she's used to and you're both comfortable with it, then who are we to judge?
But she doesn't serve him anymore. It isn't normal for her to keep following him around like she still does.
You know, she's probably right. And a lot has changed over the last few days. I guess it wouldn't hurt to rethink our relationship in light of the new circumstances. Perhaps I'll give it some thought after all. Does that sound all right by you?
Of course.
You might want to stop asking his permission for every little thing while you're at it.
Sorry. It's not that easy, shaking off old habits. I'll probably need a little time to get fully used to it. I've noticed that sometimes we come across enemies who fight like you, and try to dodge our attacks at the last second.
I hate those guys. I can get some hits in when they move into attack, but otherwise they slip past damn near everything else I throw at them.
If what you're seeking is a way to more reliably hit them, there is a solution.
Try to outclass them on reflexes?
I possess the ability to command Earth elemental beings to some extent. They emerge as the land itself and take root on my command. They will swiftly bind the enemies, at which point you can dispatch them.
Huh?
What he means is that he can make plants grow to hold the enemies in place. At least I think that's probably what he's saying.
I'm glad at least one of us understands him. So basically, if we find an enemy that likes to dodge, we should let Dohalim handle it.
I shall do what I can within my modest means to help.
Dohalim's fighting style is... what's the word I'm looking for? Subdued? No...
Do you mean elegant, perhaps?
Yeah, that's the word. For better or worse, you can definitely tell he's cut from posh Renin cloth.
And he's not just skilled with the staff either. He can also use astral arts, including healing ones. I can see how he made it to the position of a lord.
You flatter me, but my fighting techniques merely come from a style that aims to conserve energy by minimizing body movement.
Is that why you wait until the last second before you dodge attacks? To avoid unnecessary movements?
No, I do that to sharpen my senses. I find that doing so is an effective means of drawing out my innermost strength.
Oh yeah, I've noticed you look stronger and strike out with your rod more after you dodge attacks. Guess that's why.
Still, it's a risk. Don't you ever worry you'll dodge at the wrong moment?
Then, it'll be just as well.
Huh?
It's nothing. Let us continue.
You can never be too prepared. But did we have to spend so much?
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
I wonder if something happened.
Hello.
Huh. Right.
On guard! I'll smash you! That's it! Tempting!
Hurricane for the win!
This one's mine! Elusive deity! I'll take you! Tornado drive!
You attacked without missing.
Look sharp! Lightning tiger blade!
Dance in the wind!
Can you take it?
Hurricane! Let's get you all to... Is every shield you own that big?
Here, you want to try holding it?
Ugh. How do you even walk with this thing? Little help!
Leave the charges to me! Denied!
Sword rain alpha!
Are those arms
No
even
further.
natural?
Tempting!
Raging
Exploit the enemy's weakness!
This one's
This
mine!
one's mine!
Make it rain!
We did it!
air thrust! Technology!
Portal blade! Begin!
Tiger blade!
Begin! Begin! This isn't looking good! Instinct shotgun! In your face! Ready and raring! I can carve through armor!
I never miss!
Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah! And the pummeling to me!
Demon Supernova! Up and at 'em, let's go! Air thrust! Photon blast!
Demon Fang! Instinct shot in your face! Double Demon Fang!
Forgive me.
You'll pay for that!
Photon dance in the wind! Air thrust!
There are
Nothing gets by me!
Demon Fang!
Raging
You're mine! Ignite!
Dance in the wind!
Anything in armor is all mine! Sword Rain Alpha, try harder!
Far enough!
It's over?
Light astral energy! Raging cat
I'll smash you!
Appreciate the help!
Now see that you don't get in trouble again.
This one's mine! I'll bring you back from death's
Light
abyss!
astral energy! Resuscitation time!
Down! You're on! Hurricane flight!
Here I come!
Radiant
Sword Rain Alpha!
Here's a healing arc! Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Lunar corruption! Dance in the wind!
Lightning thrust!
Air thrust!
Hurricane
You're on! It's yours! Sword Rain Alpha!
Lightning! Raging cat!
Take this! You're mine!
Spear!
Sword Rain Alpha! It's go time!
Hurricane flight!
You're
This
mine!
one's mine!
I'll smash you! Sword Rain Alpha!
This one's
Here's a
mine!
healing arc!
Try harder! My turn!
Let's
Sword
try!
Rain Alpha!
Hurricane
No
flight!
escape!
Tempest Whirl!
This one's
Rising
mine!
Fire! It's time!
Mega
You're
Shot!
mine!
Back into the Thunder Blade!
That's it!
Sword Rain
Tiger
Alpha!
blade!
Strike!
Tempest
You're
Whirl!
on! Not today!
Hurricane flight!
One more! Glacial Spear! Piercing
Sword
Eagle!
Rain Alpha!
Amazing! Free Blade!
You're
This
mine!
one's mine!
Sword Rain Alpha! You're mine!
Not in your dreams! Lunar Corruption!
No! Can't end here!
Come on! Shining Supernova! Raging Cascade! From Death's Abyss! Dance in the wind! In here!
Now you see what I can do! I owe you!
Let's get you all back
Here's
up.
the hurricane!
Healing Raging Cascade!
This one's
I'm
sorry to be
father. We've all got enough.
Yes, ma'am! Take this! That frickin' does it!
This
Hurricane!
This one's mine!
Rip and tear!
Tempest Whirl! Healing Circle! Searing Tempest! Searing Tempest! And let's Tornado! Kizara! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble! Far enough!
Shining!
Oh.
Supernova!
Nice!
Annihilation! Dance in the wind! Here! In here!
Sword Rain Alpha!
There you go! I never miss!
Take this! Sword Rain Alpha!
Chinese supernova!
Lightning Falcon!
I'm out of ammo! Flaming meteor! On my watch!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Searing flame! Chinese supernova! Lightning! Downfall! Dance in the wind! Hurricane Photon! The enemy is going all out! Here's evil! Photon! Freeze laser!
Lewis, it's gonna attack!
Right, watch out!
You!
Thunderblade!
Try harder! Not a chance!
Hurricane Photon!
Stay away from my friend! You're mine!
I can't heal you forever!
I have to train harder.
Eat this!
Look sharp!
Sword Rain Alpha! Lewis, Kate!
Sharp!
Hurricane
I'm gonna need more of that.
Look sharp!
Glacial Spear! Here's
Is
evil!
this it?
Hurricane If it's in the sky, it's mine!
I'm not done yet!
The enemy's on the rope.
We've got him where we want him!
It's time to end this battle.
I'm out of ammo!
Anything in armor is all
Flaming
mine!
meteor! Annihilation! Mega ray!
Be still!
Far enough!
By the power of water!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Can't be happening! No! What was I
Leave
thinking?
me all alone here.
Going in! Here's
Sword
my
Rain
goal!
Alpha! Lightning
It
Thrust!
looks like we made a mess.
Rising!
You're
You're
mine!
mine! Be still! Rising!
Radiant
Sword Rain Alpha!
The power of water!
There!
Into the shadows!
Anything in armor is...
There! Have this!
This one's all mine!
Into the fray!
Now! Take this!
Annihilation!
Dazzle! Lunar Rondo! Rising Falcon! Burn!
It's over!
Take this!
I never miss!
Armor won't save you!
Try harder! My turn!
Here
Sword
I
Rain
go!
Alpha!
It's over!
Denied!
Lunar Rondo! Rising Falcon!
Can't be happening!
You're mine! Sword Rain Alpha! Subdue it! Demon Fang! Try harder! Here I come! Sword Rain Alpha! Try harder! My turn! Sword Rain Alpha!
No rest for the wicked.
You guys want to rest here?
We did a lot today, didn't we, Hoodle?
Thanks for waiting. Eat as much as you like.
Kisara, let's talk for a bit. Maintaining your shield? It's becoming a familiar sight.
Miguel was the one who taught me how to maintain my equipment after I first joined the Guard. Now, it's just a part of my routine.
Your brother always seems to come up whenever I talk to you.
That's because we had no other relatives, so it was just the two of us growing up. He was my idol, the one I looked up to and wanted to be like. When I became a guardsman, Lagiel wasn't too pleased to see me at first. It was Miguel who really welcomed me aboard.
Lagiel? Oh, right. She was Miguel's second in the Gold Dust Cats, wasn't she?
That's right. She's always been a very critical and down-to-earth person. In other words, the complete opposite of a dreamer like me.
You're more an idealist than some pie-in-the-sky dreamer.
Even so, that's my brother's doing. He'd never let me stop seeing a brighter world. He always did what he could to keep me smiling and happy.
You must have meant a lot to him.
He wasn't just kind, either. He always worked so hard to set an example for me and everyone else around him. He was a true big brother. So much so that when he thought I was asleep, he'd slip out of the house to go training on the outskirts of town.
You seem to know a lot about it.
That's because I only pretended to be asleep and would follow after him. You know what? I'm at a good stopping point with my shield. If you've got time, how about I tell you a couple more Miguel stories?
I guess I'd better get comfortable.
I'll take watch tonight. It's okay. Before we go, do you guys have everything?
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
Right.
Excuse. Well.
Good.
I think there's someone in trouble here.
Well?
You okay? Yeah! Okay. Huh? Here we go!
We've reached our destination.
You can tell it's tough just looking at it.
It'll take more than that. Break my shield.
Dependable to the last.
Hurricane strike!
The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
It's almost the fluidity of your mission.
Split it open!
Be my guest.
Hurricane strike!
Sword Rain Alpha! Lightning
This
Thrust!
one's mine.
Heal!
Take this!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Astral energy!
Not today!
Here goes!
My head's spinning just watching
Not on
you.
my watch!
I'm not done!
This one's
Now or
mine.
never! Be still! No further!
That's it.
Rising
Go
rocket!
in.
Supernova!
That's it.
Dance
Fire blade. Hurricane
Castle
Here I come! Sword Rain Alpha!
Crystal.
Dazzle!
A thrilling performance.
Hurricane
Elusive
Frost.
deity!
Going in.
Where are you going?
Tiger blade. Hurricane
Sword Rain Alpha! Be still!
Look sharp.
Take
it off.
Elusive deity!
One last one!
This one's mine.
Here!
On guard.
It's on! Be still! You picked the wrong fight! Take this!
Hurricane Frost. Let's keep on the pressure.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Flaming meteor.
Resonate with the earth! Try harder! My turn!
Light
Sword
Apple
Rain
Dance
Alpha!
in the wind! Seal!
Take
On
this!
guard.
This'll come
One
handy.
more.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Shattering.
Easy! You'll pay for that!
We're ready!
Sword Rain Alpha! Here I come!
Not on my watch! I'll heal you all!
You're
Hurricane
finished!
Frost.
Yeah! Eat dirt!
Here's a
You're
healing
mine!
Look sharp.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Dance in the wind!
Dazzle!
Lunar Field!
Rising Falcon!
This
Get on
one's
there
mine.
with them.
Swampy. Primed and ready.
No escape!
First aid! Lightning Orb!
This one's mine.
Sword Rain Alpha!
It's weakened! When it is
This
time.
ends now!
I'll bring you back from depth abyss! Dance in the wind!
Blending Flash!
here.
Ah! Here I come! It's over!
Get on in there with the others! Mega
Sword Rain Alpha! Lunar Rocket!
Flaming meteor.
Lightning! We
Rising Falcon! Sword Rain Alpha! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here, let me help.
Lightning Dance! Thunderbolt!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for.
You're
Get
mine!
behind me.
Got it! I'll leave it to you!
Go in.
All mine!
Take
this! Lunar Field!
Hurricane Kite.
Here I come!
Here,
Sword
let me
Rain
help.
Alpha!
This one's mine.
Here I come! You're finished!
Tiger blade.
No more!
Corruption!
Not today!
Going in.
You're mine!
I'm all stocked
You're
up!
finished!
Mega Ray! I
Look
hit
sharp.
coming through!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Tiger blade.
Here I come!
Here's a healing machine!
Ah!
First aid!
I owe you one.
Whoa! Radiant Clear! I never miss! In here! Let's get you on some Here's a healing arc! Light Earth energy! Alright!
Denied.
It's showtime!
Here I come!
Hurricane Frost.
I can carve through armor! Dazzle!
There you go! Don't let up!
Flaming meteor.
Lightning
It's
raging
on.
cascade!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Make it rain.
Let me help!
River!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Here, let me
Here
help.
I come!
Going in.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Steel Force!
Tiger blade.
Lightning condense!
Rising Falcon! Eat dirt!
On guard. That's it.
You're mine!
Now you're getting serious?
Lightning raging cascade!
Try harder! Not a chance!
Breath!
Take this!
Here it comes.
Be still!
On your toes, everyone!
Thank you. Did they not teach you to say thank you, Indana? Not to a Renin or
Back you!
Tiger blade.
Here I come!
Hurricane Frost.
Sword Rain Alpha!
It looks like
Be
you got this one covered!
Rising
Don't mind if I do!
Hurricane Frost.
My turn!
Let me help!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Alright.
Take this! You're finished!
Raging cascade!
Lunar Rondo!
Look sharp.
I never miss!
Rising
Denied.
I'll be saving this one!
This one's
Sword Rain
mine.
Alpha!
Lunar corruption!
This one's all mine!
Lightning orb!
Sword Rain Alpha!
I'm impressed.
Eat dirt!
Lightning condense!
You're mine!
Thunder
It's
blade!
over!
Take water. Hear my call.
Take this! Thrust! Sword Rain Alpha!
Now you see what I can do.
Lightning
You're mine!
Hurricane
Sword Rain Alpha!
On guard.
I'm not done! Lunar Rondo! You're finished!
Hurricane Frost.
Rising Falcon!
This one's mine.
Try harder! Not a chance!
That's it. Water.
I'm not
Hear my
done.
call.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Raging Here's the evil.
This one's mine!
Freeze!
Rondo! Rise and lead it! Here I come!
So now you're getting serious?
By the power of your dreams! Annihilate Hang's Foot! Thunderfield!
Burn!
It's about to strike!
Armor won't save us! Look sharp, everyone! It's over!
Where are you going? Take this!
No.
Don't leave me
alone here.
Hear me! Flame of Fury!
Here's the wall!
Pluto! Hurricane Foot from Death's Abyss!
Look sharp. That's it.
Resuscitation! Hurricane Foot!
Not done yet!
Searing Tempest!
I'm gone.
And that's my will!
This one's mine.
Tornado!
Piercing roar.
Blue escape!
Go away.
Tornado Alpha!
Gemini Aqua!
First strike!
This one's mine.
Tornado Alpha!
Fury!
Going in.
Royal Guard colors are shining through.
Fancy joining the regiment? I can beat you into shape in no time.
I'm good!
This one's mine. Look
Lunar
sharp.
Corruption!
Hurricane!
By the power of water!
Eat this! I'll run you
Radiant
through!
Flood here!
I'm just getting started. What do we
Where
do?
are you
Oh man,
going?
what do we do?
You can start by falling back and getting it together.
Damn it, come on, not again.
Talon Hurricane! Mega Ray!
Eat this!
Water, hear my
I'm
call!
on it!
Spread! Glacial Spear, here's the evil! Freeze Lancer!
I've let you all down.
Flame of Fury! Burning Strike! Water! Here my call! Spread! I'll bring you back from Death's Abyss! Resuscitation! Here, let me help.
Not done yet!
I'll heal you all!
Eat this! I'll run you
Healing
through!
circle! I'll bring you back from Death's Abyss! Huh. I'll bring you back from
Too
Death's
slow.
Abyss!
Come and get it! Talon Sword!
Resuscitation! Water,
train
hear my
harder.
call!
First strike!
Lightning Meteor! Spear, here's the evil!
Talon Hurricane!
Freeze Lancer!
Eat this! I'll run you...
Block it!
First strike! You're done!
Resuscitation! This one's mine!
First strike! I can carve through armor! I'm on
Lunar
it!
Corruption!
Dragon Form!
I'm on a
Lunar
roll
Rush!
now.
Thrust! You're mine!
Here we go again.
Dazzle!
I'll bring you back from Death's Abyss!
My turn! Here I come! Sword
I
Rain
can't
Alpha!
heal you forever!
Here I come! Dragon
Train hard.
Lunar Rondo!
Hurricane Foot! Take it! Over! Searing Flame! Reload!
This should do it!
Eagle Die! Here!
I'm
Flame
just
of
getting
Fury!
started.
Burning Strike! Glacial Spear!
Try harder! Stay away from my friend!
Freeze Lancer!
Here I come! Sword Rain Alpha!
Glacial Spear! Here's the evil!
You picked the wrong fight!
Lost! Get toasty!
First strike!
Does anyone else think this may be just a bit too tough for us?
Finally.
If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
Okay.
I feel like somebody's watching us.
Oh? Yeah. What? You got it. Great. I hate that woman.
She was a handful, wasn't she?
What's wrong with being passionate? Not to mention, she was kind of cute.
Of course that's why you like her. Well... yeah. I don't think I'll ever quite warm up to her, but I can respect her passion for books. What? What? Oh?
Huh? No.
Looks like we made it here in one piece. You guys want to rest here?
There are still so many creatures we don't know about.
Have you been writing stuff down about what we fight?
Yep. It's actually...
Dohalim, care if I hang out for a while?
We'd best get ready for tomorrow. Shall we get moving?
Out of my way!
Begin!
Flaming meteor!
Begin! Take this!
It's a duel in the wind! If it's in the sky, it's mine!
Got flyers!
I've got it! Let a marksman handle it!
I think the enemy's getting desperate.
Got them where we want them.
Don't tip your hand, though.
Tornado! Rising Wyvern!
Take this!
I'll face you!
There it is. That's our target.
Hi, Hoodle!
Take this!
Hurricane flight! This one's mine! Free Lancer! Dance in the wind! Sleep now! This was coming handy!
I'm ready!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
My turn!
Right here! I got you!
Pull it together, Law.
Sorry, right! I'm calm.
I'm ready!
Law! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life! Resonate with me!
This one!
Hurricane
flight!
Look shot! Denied!
Going in!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Free Lancer! Dance in the wind!
One more!
You picked the wrong fight!
Flaming meteor!
There you go! Don't let up!
I'll face you! It's over!
I'm gone!
Photon blast!
In a bind? Take that!
This
Sword
one's
Rain
mine!
Alpha! Take this! I'll smash you!
Hurricane flight!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Hurricane flight!
Sleep now!
Going in!
I'll be
One
saving
more!
this one! I'm ready!
Flaming meteor!
This one's mine! Raging storm!
Take it!
I'm gone!
Can you take it? Take this!
Hurricane
Sword Rain
flight!
Alpha! Benediction.
Look
This
out!
one's all mine!
One more!
Lightning orb!
Here I come! Burn in hell!
Going in!
Lightning condemned! Thunder!
Fluidity of your movement is simply
Tiger
incredible.
blade! Hurricane flight! This one's mine!
Take this!
Lightning condemned! Thunder blade!
Look shot!
Anything in armor is all mine!
Come on! Get in! You wait!
Here I come!
Hurricane
Sword Rain
flight!
Alpha!
This one's mine!
Glacial spear! Pierce evil!
Hurricane, leave the chargers to me!
Free Lancer!
Perfect move! Hurricane flight! I'm gone!
Healing
Elusive
circle!
finish, alright?
Now where was I?
And
Just like that, I'm back in it. Start by holding the front line. No sooner said than done.
Sword Rain Alpha! Ignite! Now we're
Here are Tiger Blade!
Elusive
Hurricane
Alpha!
flight! Amazing. Going in. Let the marksman handle this.
Take this!
It won't escape me.
This one's mine.
Anything in armor is all mine!
Only get radiant? Look here!
Now you see what I can do!
Until mine.
I'm not done!
Hear my call!
I'm gone.
Here's evil!
Here I come! Elusive deity! Sword Rain Alpha! Tiger Blade! Try harder! Not a chance! Elusive deity!
Hurricane Strike!
Kisara! All yours, Kisara! Here I come! Can you take it? You're mine! Hurricane Alpha!
Look shot! I'm only getting damage!
You picked the wrong fight!
Reload!
Take this!
Let me help!
You're finished!
This one's mine!
Elusive deity! Face shattering!
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare Thermometer!
You're mine! Sword Rain Alpha!
Marna!
You're mine!
Going in!
Sword Rain Alpha!
I can carve through armor! Hurricane Strike!
You're finished!
This one's mine!
Dazzle! Elusive deity! Take this! No further!
Hurricane Strike!
Here I come! Sword Rain Alpha! Dazzle! Elusive deity! Sword Rain Alpha!
Going in! Hear my call!
Strike! Not today! Elusive deity! Sword Rain Alpha! Incredible power! Here! I owe you one!
Here I go!
You're mine! Sword Rain Alpha!
I never miss!
It's gonna attack!
This one's right! Watch out! This one's mine! Going in! Here I go!
It's too much!
Look
I'm
sharp!
gonna need more of that energy.
I'm only getting...
Can you take it?
Hurricane
You
Strike!
escape!
It's weakened!
Sword Rain Alpha!
This one's
This
mine!
ends now!
Hurricane Strike!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Armor will save you! Nothing gets by
In
me!
your debt. You're helping me to become a pattern.
It's for the good of all of us.
Is it now?
Here I come!
I didn't think you had it in.
Focus. Time to congratulate me later.
Nothing much I can say to that.
I couldn't make it in
Glacial
time.
Sphere! Here's
Now
evil!
or never. In a bind?
Freeze Lancer!
Take this! It's
I'll
over!
bring you back from death's abyss!
Catapult!
Resuscitation! Water!
Here I come!
This one's mine!
It's on!
Take this! Red!
It's over!
Tiger Blade! Here's
You picked the wrong
Hurricane
fight!
Strike!
Begin!
On guard! Freeze Lancer!
Shattering of
Going in.
pieces! I'll take you!
More!
Elusive deity!
I never miss!
Begin!
Tiger Blade! Radiant Strike! Here! Hurricane
Take this!
Strike!
I'm not done!
Going in!
Elusive deity!
Hurricane Strike! Burning! This one's mine!
Take this! You're finished! Elusive deity! Sword Rain Alpha!
Shot! Annihilation! Hurricane Strike! Annihilation!
It's on! Catapult!
That's it!
Not today!
Do it!
Unadulterated fury.
In an instant! Impact block!
A hard-won victory.
No choice. Can you take a new melody? Ready to rip! I'll smash you! Can you take it? Catapult!
The airborne scoundrel.
Sounds like a job for yours truly! Make it rain!
Kisara! All yours, Kisara!
We did it!
Magnificently done.
Hey, anyone else think this might be a touch too dangerous?
Ridwell's right. We should fall back to regroup and try again later.
Discourteous, aren't you?
If it's in the sky, it's mine!
Can't get out of this! It's over!
Here goes! I never miss! Photon
Bet that
lightning!
shell's hiding something tasty.
On guard!
I'll bash in there to smash it! I'm ready!
Your uses!
In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
Dance in the wind! Hurricane Strike field!
An astral art?
That's my cue.
How much longer will our healing arts last?
Go no further! You have to aim for the bright area on their back. In here! Get on in there with
Can you take it? This one is mine! All yours, Kisara!
Wow! Look what I just found.
This realm doesn't seem like such a bad place to camp in.
Yeah, there's lots of plants and wildlife here.
I know, and it all looks friggin' delicious too!
Who said it?
Kisara, let's talk for a bit.
I'll take watch tonight. It's okay. Before we go, do you guys have everything? That's no ordinary stray there.
We'd best stay out of its way for now.
Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap!
Out of our way!
Take it! Sword Ring Alpha! I can carve through armor! Sinead Tech. I can feel you where you stand.
Do it! Go for the This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes. A merry destruction.
There's still more to go!
Living thrust! No escape! Elusive deity!
Make it rain!
Hey! Blow them away!
I'll heal you!
Now! You're mine!
Far enough!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
This
Yeah,
one's mine!
and the tunnel is to me.
Water, hear my call! On
Sword
guard!
Ring Alpha!
In a vine?
Hear me! Flame of fury!
Look sharp!
Burning thrust! Flame of fury!
I'm impressed.
Burn! Elusive deity! Sword Ring Alpha!
Not on my watch!
Can you take it? Ready and ready!
One more!
Armor won't save you!
Hurricane blast!
Elusive deity! I'll make a new melody! You're mine! Now! Sword Ring Alpha!
Hurricane strike!
I'll blind you with a shot!
This one's mine!
You're mine!
Hurricane blast! Here's a healing art!
Here
First
I
aid!
come! Sword Ring Alpha!
Radiant light!
Sloppy!
Forgive me. This is my fault.
I'll bring you back from death's abyss.
Can't get out of this!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Primed and ready.
I'll face you. Ignite! Strike! Anything in armor is all mine!
I'm out of armor won't
save you.
Hurricane strike.
My head's spinning. Watch it while it's reeling!
Take it down. Hurricane strike.
Elusive deity! You're mine! You're finished!
Lunar corruption.
Try harder! Not yet!
Gemini Aqua.
Here I come! No escape! It's over!
Lunar corruption.
I owe you one back! Take this!
Leave
It's over!
Hear me. Flame of
Take
fury.
it!
Burning strike.
You're mine!
Hurricane strike.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Going in.
Denied!
Annihilate.
This one's mine! Begin! Is this it?
Come on. You have to hold on.
I am not beyond fury!
Where are you going?
Behold! The Earth pulse! Tectonic vision!
I'll bring you back from death. The abyss.
Benediction light.
Resuscitation.
Benediction light.
Glacier spear. Fierce evil.
It's time!
Freeze lantern.
Here I
Going
come!
in.
No further! I'll smash you!
Going
This
in.
one's all mine!
Heavy, heavy,
Burn in hell! Resonate with the earth!
Flaming meteor.
It's over!
Water.
Sword
Here
Rain
I
Alpha!
go. Look sharp. Spread.
Thrilling performance.
Glacier spear. Fierce evil.
Not like this.
I couldn't make it in time. From beyond, that imbued its vanquished soul with life. And more of this and I'll burn out.
Spirit
Here I come! Try harder! I'm ready! I'm ready! In an instant! Impact clock! Soaring out! Elusive deity!
I'm out of ammo. I'm all
Hitting
shot.
pile driver! Be still!
Sloppy.
You're mine! Ready and rare! Catapult!
Lunar corruption. Gemini Aqua.
Catapult! Take this!
Annihilation. Let the marksman handle this.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Ready.
Watch yourself. I sense incredible
Not
power.
on my watch. Lunar corruption.
Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite! It's time!
Gotcha.
Ignite!
Spirit flame.
Resonate with the earth! In a bind!
Sighted. Gravitas. Pathetic.
Resonate with the earth! Stay away from my friend! Take this! Sword Rain Alpha! Take this! Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite! You're mine!
It's
Time
not
to
too late
let
to
it
bow
rip.
out. I'm not looking to get our tails handed to us.
That's exactly. No rest for the wicked. I could certainly go for an ice-cold drink about now.
Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our heads.
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
How's...
Yeah.
All right.
Hey.
We've reached our destination.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
I just noticed none of you other Danans have spirit cores. Why is that?
Both of my parents were part of the resistance in Calaglia. In fact, my birth was kept a secret from the Renans.
Mine too. We always lived in hiding, so I never had a spirit core embedded in me like I was supposed to.
What about you, Alphen? You were a slave in Calaglia before all this, weren't you?
To be completely honest, I'm not sure why I don't have one. All the other Danan slaves around me did. I was the only exception. They tended to keep their distance from me to avoid attracting any attention from the soldiers, because of my mask and all. What about you, Kisara? Do you still have your spirit core?
No. I was able to find a good Renin doctor who's sympathetic to our kind, and had them remove it before I left. They did such a great job, the procedure didn't even leave a scar.
One of the benefits of coexistence, huh?
I know that once the spirit vessel was shut down, there wasn't much need for me to hurry. But still, I didn't like having that mark of servitude lingering on me any longer than I had to. It may sound a little strange to hear me say this, but I'm just me now. Not a guardsman or a slave. I'm my own woman, and this is my chance to have a new beginning.
This sure is one rugged road. You'd think they'd keep this at least a little better maintained, right?
Why spend energy fixing that which is rarely used? Repairs require time and effort, which in our world means slaves, often in great numbers. For you, it may be a simple request, but that can quickly become another's difficult burden. Nobody gains anything without someone expending effort.
And you know, somehow that someone always ends up being a Danon, while the Renans are the ones who gain.
True enough. Ideally, in a perfect world, I think it's only fair that the ones who need it should be the ones to perform the work.
However, when doing so could be dangerous like it is here, there are many who would prefer that it be others who risk their lives in their stead.
So, what you're saying is that people will just put up with the inconvenience until someone else comes along to fix it for them?
Indeed. And it is those who can no longer bear that feeling that inevitably take action. Much like the Danons in our group do so now. As strange as it may be to hear such a thing from the likes of myself.
It's true that most of the Danons in Calaglia have been resigned to just accepting things as they are. Still, we can't just blame them for...
What are you making that face for? You're not worn out already, are you?
Nah, just regretting I ever said anything in the first place.
I have a bad feeling about this.
I'll smash you! Here I come! I'll take you all on!
I'm not so good with airborne targets.
Flying freaks! Why can't they just sit still? Sia, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Swordblade Alpha! Take this! Being interrupted. Lunar Rondo! Mirage! Lightning Struck! Here I come! You're finished! Here I come! Lunar Rondo!
Do it!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Did it!
Yeah!
Nice
technique!
I'm
Only
done!
getting started!
Lunar Rondo!
This one's mine!
I'm ready! Remote!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Skills in top form, art's working like a charm. Ha!
Someone seems rather pleased with herself.
You... Did you hear all of that?
All right.
There's nowhere to run from my heart! If he slows down, that's our chance!
Leave the agile ones to me.
Now we're not.
Can't get out of this! I'll face you.
I'm only getting started!
Prepare to be sealed. Actually, that sounds more appropriate.
Less talking, more doing!
In a bind?
Searing flame! Reload!
Got my head spinning just watch!
Time to shine!
Can you take it?
Going in! Here's the flame of fury!
In a bind?
Burning light!
Swordblade Alpha!
Going in!
Take this!
Flame of
Can you take it? Take this! Can't get out of this!
Going in!
freeze land!
Dragon Swarm!
Make it rain!
Frozen!
Hammer!
Annihilation! Searing flame!
This! Now it's mine! You missed! The earth
Swordblade Alpha! Blow away!
Tempest! Catapult!
Ready and raring!
Tempest!
Take this!
Reload!
You require a head.
Finish this!
Arcane slice!
In an instant! Impact block!
Got some interesting moves there, Dohalim. I'm glad you're on our side.
I'm simply glad to hear that I can make myself useful to you all. Huh?
What's wrong?
We seem to have come across some rather unusual objects.
What, you mean that pile of garbage?
No mere garbage, I assure you. Still, I've never seen anything shaped like it before. I'm intrigued.
Are you curious about this stuff, Rinwell?
Yeah. I think he might have found some old Danon relics. They look like the remains of a bunch of objects that disappeared after the Renans first invaded.
And yet here I am, holding them without so much as a second thought. I imagine this sight must be unsettling to you.
Not really, just that it must be nice to be a Renan who has time to indulge in stuff like that, unlike the rest of us.
Are you interested in this stuff too, Dohalim?
Charmed may be a better turn of phrase. I simply love objects that can give me a sense of what their maker was thinking, the history that went into their creation. You see, we Renans have hardly any such objects that trace back to our distant past.
I still don't understand what you two find so intriguing about it, though.
Why not? We're talking about our own culture here.
I get that, but it's not like this stuff is any use now, does it? It's just old. Real old.
Oh, but it does. Holding it in your hands like this, one can feel and engage with the distant past in a way no history book can ever accomplish.
I'll take your word for it. Well, seeing as it's Danon history, just make sure you're careful with it. All right, Dohalim?
But of course.
I sense a strange power from this.
I can feel my power growing!